Every the video.
Oh yeah! Very good. Okay, very good.
Good morning, and welcome to episode 1589 of Hard Factor. It is Thursday, November 14th, 2024. President Trump is your president-elect.
Yeah, man, you got to bring that up.
We're going to talk about it, aren't we?
Yeah, we are going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it.
He's appointing some dudes
And some
and
boobs.
and ladies, but
He's appointing boobs and dudes.
yeah,
Boobs and boobs.
it's like a UFC event, like with the muscles, tattoos, and boobs getting appointed.
Yep.
It's something.
We're talking about that. We're talking about the cabinet appointments, which are not confirmed, but they're making waves today in the news. So that's the top story. We'll get you that here in a second. What are you boys getting into?
I'm going to talk about faking your death to leave your family for a better life, potentially. Yeah, that's what one guy did.
Who hasn't thought about it? It's a joke.
There's a lot of guys. There's a lot of guys listening that have thought about it. Mark.
Oh, everyone's thought about it
I know Pat has.
all the time.
That's a joke.
As a joke.
Guys are terrible. I have a Planet Fitness just proving that they're not the best gym. At least this one franchise, not the best.
Yeah. I still can't cancel my Planet Fitness membership, man. They won't. They make you go in there. I'm like, I don't live there anymore. They're like, well, then I guess you'll be seeing $20 a month. Auto drafted from your account, pussy.
Funny you should mention that, because my story's about a guy who died in Planet Fitness and it took him 3 days to find. And my favorite comment was, they're still not going to cancel his membership.
No, 100%. He's on
nope.
his estate is on the hook
Yeah.
for that.
We'll get to how it happened and all that stuff.
Every
It's pretty
gym.
crazy.
We will get right to
They
that.
couldn't find him because they don't allow yelling. You remember? So no one was able to scream when they found his
No
body.
one sounded the lunk alarm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when you want the lunk alarm.
Yeah.
Or the I'm dying alarm. But we'll get to that later in the show. But first, let's talk about cabinet appointments, boys. I can't say that I've paid this close of attention to the appointment of cabinet officials in any of the 6 presidential elections I've been alive for. Can you guys think of a time when you were this tuned in to who was getting nominated?
Yeah, I mean, that's another thing you could say about Trump is, like, no matter how you feel about him, even his cabinet appointees are insane, and you're paying attention to him like it's must see. It's something.
It's must see something. His cabinet appointees are in fact insane, Mark.
Yeah.
And this is I guess what I'm curious about. So there's lots of dudes that are pro-Trump dudes. Fuck you, you libtard pieces of shit, cry more. They know they like Trump, but I get the sense that those guys don't dig one layer deeper, some of them, into what makes the government run. You get that sense? I don't know, because you can both love Trump and not know how batshit crazy this cabinet is. So let's tell you guys about it. So
I think 95% of people that vote don't go past or know anything about even the president.
they stop there.
Yeah,
They stop right there. Okay, so a bunch of new cabinet positions put up today. Cabinet, of course, is like Secretary of State, Secretary of Transportation, Secretary of Defense, National Intelligence. Right? It's the group of people
Some
that are
new ones too, right?
Yeah, so one of the most annoying new ones, and this is just where our country's at. I want to point this out. So we'll get to it, but Elon and Vivek Ramaswamy are co-chairing or co-secretaries of a new department, the Department of Government Efficiency. and this is that you just had to give one more win to 42069 Elon Musk, who smoked weed one time, but likes to make a 420 joke because he's a 12-year-old. He talked, and I don't know if Trump knew or not, probably not, but Elon was like, can we call it the Department of Government Efficiency? Dogecoin. It's a meme coin. It's a meme coin joke. The guy that's going to be potentially cutting the Department of Education is doing it on the back of a meme coin joke.
Department of Education's in big time trouble. They're on the block. I would say who's safe is the DOE, who's loaned out, about $1 billion or more to Tesla, and certainly NASA, who's paid SpaceX $20 billion since 2008. So those two are safe.
That's true.
Safe. DOE, you're probably safe, but everyone else, you're in trouble.
Fun fact before we get into the cabinet appointments here, nominations.
Hang on, real quick. I don't know who this is. Is this a threat?
Live comment in Arabic.
Yeah, let me read it here for you.
That might be la 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 la.
I think it's a threat.
Yeah. No, he's
Do
selling,
your worst.
He's selling supplements in Arabic.
Yeah.
Quick fun fact. Ukraine war, Russia, right? Starlink, Elon Musk's satellite company, has been providing internet to the Ukraine, and that has made Vladimir Putin very upset, and it kind of created this kind of total political issue that maybe no one ever foresaw, right? Where it's like, okay, Russia's trying to cut off Ukraine's internet service, but then there's internet in the sky that's being provided by Elon. And at first, Elon was all like, hey, man, this is just a gift. I'm giving it to the people. And then shortly thereafter, sent a big fat bill to the Pentagon, because that's Elon's MO. But let's get into some of these appointments, guys. We're going to start with the first one. And some of these might be a little bit of a surprise to you. But I'm going to introduce these appointments in a little bit of a different way. Okay. You might hear, here's Donald Trump talking about the first appointment. In fact, the new Secretary of State.
Wait, he couldn't get elected dog catcher. If he goes back to Florida, he's going to lose big league. He's not liked in Florida. He abandoned Florida. He deceived and defrauded Florida. He said he was going to be a senator, and that's the last thing. He doesn't even show up to meetings. I call him Little Marco. That's what he is. He's Little Marco. But, he's a very nasty guy.
So we're going to put a stop to it now. There is no way we are going to allow a con artist to take over the conservative movement, and Donald Trump is a con artist.
Guys, for Secretary of State, Marco Rubio. Next up.
Yeah, but you didn't see his ears were growing.
That the women with the least likelihood of getting pregnant are the ones most worried about having abortions. Nobody wants to impregnate you if you look like a thumb.
Guys, for Attorney General, Matt Gaetz.
Look how weird he looks now.
The president is inciting racism and violence in our country as a whole. This is what's so dangerous about what he's doing, is he's using his platform to incite this racism and bigotry when really he's just doing it for his own political gain.
The Director of National Intelligence, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome nominee Tulsi Gabbard.
Elon is not going to buy Twitter. Where did you hear that before? From me. From a fake account. She says fake. A lot of them. Nah, he's got himself a mess. He said the other day, I've never voted for a Republican. I said, I didn't know that. He told me he voted for me. So he's another shit artist, but he's not going to be buying it.
The Secretary of the Department of Government Efficiency, Elon Musk.
I'm a never Trump guy. Never liked him. Terrible candidate. Idiot if you voted for him. Might be America's Hitler. Might be a cynical a-hole. Cultural heroine. Noxious and reprehensible.
Yeah, well, I think the simple answer is you've got to respect the American people enough to just level with them. Look, I was wrong about Donald Trump. I didn't think he was going to be a good president, Brett. He was a great president.
And then the New York Times did a fake story today, big front page, that JD wasn't sure if he wanted my support. JD is kissing my ass. He wants my support.
And guys, the Vice President of the United States, you knew this one already, J.D. Vance. That's all we had time for. But tomorrow's episode, I might play some more videos of the person talking shit about Trump and Trump talking shit about the person.
But you know how Buddy's kid. They're just kidding.
You know how Buddy's kid, sycophantic, groveling snakes. Yeah, Matt Gaetz, Attorney General, is the big one. Pete Hegseth, the Defense Secretary. Hegseth is a Fox News host and a veteran of the wars in Afghanistan and Iraq. He also cheated on his wife with a Fox News producer, had a baby with her, and then cheated on her with another lady. He is currently the nominee for the defense secretary.
Can't pin him down. He said no more women in the military if he gets his way. Not because he doesn't like women, just that they can't. They suck at killing.
They get in the way.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
As a guy
Not as good.
Who lives with a woman who served in the Marine Corps and 2 tours in Afghanistan, we take a lot of offense to that over here in my household. Yeah. But really glad that the guy who, I've never seen a guy with so many Crusades tattoos. I think he has 3 Crusades tattoos. That's a lot of Crusades tattoos, guys.
They're very racist looking, I will
Who's
admit.
Volt? Like it's like the war cry for the first Crusade, the original Crusade.
Right. Not only does he have the Iron Cross, which he calls the Crusade Cross, but he also has, was that German? Is Dusvold German on him?
Dust Volt? Yeah,
I
Dust
don't
Volt.
know.
Yeah.
But what I do know is I really hope if Pete Hegseth gets through, I really hope whoever asks him the first question raises their hand and says, excuse me, Director Hegseth, the people want to know, what's your AK-47 ammo promo code?
They're going to want to know.
They're going to want to know. And I want to point one thing out, guys. The defense secretary is the leader of the largest employer in the United States. Here we go.
Oh,
That's
just him.
Department of Defense.
Yeah. Okay.
There's a comment earlier from Tony that says like it's like basically Trump's appointees are just the Attitude Era and WWE boobs morbs. It does have like a strong like 90s vibe.
It does.
Like it's got a throwback vibe, all of it. You know, like get those gays out of the military. Let's be tough and stop being pussies and all that type of stuff. It's got that type of vibe going.
Here's who he's shopping around now for the second runner for the press secretary. I don't even know her name, but
she's gonna do
that's
great.
not his attorney, because his attorney is so attractive.
She's also attractive. She's different. That's the press secretary he just put up.
I think they should mud wrestle to see who gets the job.
And I wouldn't put it past happening. Guys, dog shooter Kristi Noem is is nominated for the Homeland Security Secretary, so she's going to be helping crack down on the border. John Ratcliffe, I don't know much about him, CIA director. He served as the national director of national intelligence during Trump's first term. Lee Zeldin, who has a lot of photos of him with a cowboy hat on. He's going to be the EPA administrator potentially against this is if they are confirmed, if the appointments are confirmed.
The ones that were like the craziest, because like Elon and Vivek know how to fire people and make things efficient. So like they're qualified. The ones that were like the craziest was Matt Gaetz and Hesketh. Hesketh has 2 Bronze Stars and he served, but he doesn't have any like leadership in terms of post-military, like with the Pentagon, which I understand that they're trying to go a completely different route with that. And then Gaetz was like a lawyer. He graduated William & Mary with a law degree, but he practiced law for like 6 months. Like, and that was like 15 to 18 years ago. He has no real experience. Being the top cop is a little bit crazy considering he's being investigated for sex trafficking and, allegedly young boys
House
and girls.
Ethics investigation into him. Look, here's the deal. There was a 17-year-old, who he Venmo'd a certain amount of money for and allegedly flew that 17-year-old across the state lines. Definitely not to have sex with him and his buddy. Definitely not that. But maybe he was just tutoring her. I don't know.
The Onion had a good joke that said the
father of Nestor.
DOJ today has totally come around on and agreed with Matt Gaetz that those 17s were pretty mature for their age.
Yeah. Anyway, it's like, who knows? We're going back and forth in the Discord a little bit about what the process is of Trump or any cabinet appointee being confirmed. It's a Senate confirmation process, which obviously there's a Republican majority. Trump teased before he started appointing people. If you want that power as the Senate or the Senate Majority Leader, if you want that power, you better be okay with pushing through appointments during recess, which would be like, for example, if they went into recess while debating whether someone should be confirmed. He's saying if you want me
But Garrett
to be
pointed
on
out
your
there's a
team.
clause where he can install them during a recess. The president.
That's
can.
what he's saying. Essentially,
there's a
Trump is
clause.
saying, if you want the power in the Senate and my backing or whatever, then you better grovel to me, and I better know that you're going to push my guys through temporarily no matter what.
Well, I think that, what the Senate's every 6 years, so like usually like a third of the Senate's up for midterms, but between midterms and then the 4 years, so Trump's going to be around for 4 years, that's like 66% of the Republican senators that if they cross him, he's going to campaign someone against them. And Elon Musk has said his super PAC will send tons of money to anyone against anyone in the Republican Senate that doesn't push all these people through. So you're pretty much committing career suicide if you don't, because Trump's not fucking around. So I mean, I imagine all of these guys and gals are getting through.
I don't know.
I mean, beyond that,
I don't. I don't think Gaetz is going to get through.
I think he is. I think they're all getting through.
I think
unless these people plan on retiring at the end of this term, because they're going to get retired if they don't push them through.
Well, I mean, here's the interesting thing, right? So I've read every book that a staffer has written about Trump's White House, and very often weekly he would try to do something that his attorneys would say, "Hey, dude, don't do that. It's illegal," or "They really can't recommend you do that. That's not allowed. It's illegal." And that's off the table because the Supreme Court gave him absolute immunity in that ruling, the King ruling. So just a taste, James Comey, who's the former FBI director, was put through the most intensive IRS audit at the behest of Trump. So there's going to be a lot of at least that.
Well, there's going to be some repercussions for people that went after Trump and his
Wouldn't
buddies.
want to be
in the past
Letitia
years.
James.
No, the guy that we talked about, the council that's been going after him, Jack, whatever, he's fucked. Letitia James.
Jack Smith.
Yeah, they're all
so anyway,
they're going to have bad times soon.
In America, no man is above the law, except for Donald Trump. And
Ernie McCracken.
And Big Ern McCracken, guys. Big Ern McCracken. I'm going to read Hegseth's book tonight or tomorrow, so I'll give you an update on.
I guess we can expect some text, Wes.
On war. Well, I'll let you know how War on Warriors is.
It's gonna be all friendly now until 10 p.m.
I'm excited. I'm excited to get to the section where he talks about why he campaigned to get a pardon for war criminal Eddie Gallagher, who stabbed a random man in the war.
Because Gallagher is a goddamn good warrior, Pat.
There you go. He's not a war criminal that his entire unit didn't turn him in for being a war criminal.
Look, you need to put on a happy face and realize that we've been given a gift from the content gods with this.
That is true.
With this, I mean, this
show would have probably died with Kamala.
Our cup of, yeah. Oh God. I mean, we were running out. How many times are we going to play a Sleepy Joe stumbling video? That's all we had for 4 years. The guy couldn't talk. The guy couldn't walk. Now we've got our cuppeth is full. So
our cuppeth runneth over. Mark made a great joke in the text thread about Pete Hegseth the other day. And it was, sir, permission to put in the fattest lip ever.
Permission granted, son.
Permission granted, son.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he's got a
Dips
sniper
back,
rifle blending into American flag tattoo on his arm. Anyway.
Pat's worst nightmare.
Yep. It's going to be good in the military. It's going to be good in the military.
It's going to be tough.
Well, they won't be. Russia won't be running our military's gay ads anymore. That's for
sure. No way. Not with Tulsi Gabbard installed, the Russian asset. Anyway, guys, if you want to look good and absolutely feel good, then why don't you get down with True Classic? They have the best-selling T-shirts, hoodies, and jeans. I think on the internet, I would say they're soft, they're premium, they're affordable. I love them. I put one on. I haven't stopped wearing. I'm wearing their jeans right now. I told you guys when I was traveling over the weekend, I brought one True Classic with me. That was my plain day travel shirt. I should have brought two because I washed that deal in the sink so I could wear it the next day because it's just hard to explain, especially as a bigger guy. It just fits good. It fits good, and you can't say that about lots of clothing companies. What do you guys think about True Classic? I know you like them. Do you love them?
Love them.
Love. It was 80 degrees. It was unseasonably warm in Austin the other day, and I still refused to take off my my jogger pants that they sent me. And I was sweating a little bit, but I was so comfortable that I didn't care.
That's right. And they got a ton to fall wear. They got long sleeve, waffle hoodies. They got the jeans, I said, button-ups, joggers. Just absolutely comfortable, really high-quality product. Wes and I at least were customers before they came on as a sponsor of the show, and I know Mark will be a customer for a long time thereafter. So, guys, the holidays are here. True Classics Ultra Comfortable, perfect fitting essentials make the perfect gift for you and the men in your life. It could be you, or it could be your dad or your brother or your boyfriend or your husband, but not if you're in the military. So if you're ready to upgrade your closet, shop now and unlock big savings during their huge holiday sale. Just go to our exclusive link, which is trueclassic.com/hardfactor to save. That's trueclassic.com/hardfactor. Please support the show and tell True Classic that Hard Factor sent you, and end the year with holiday cheer. Thanks to True Classic.
Mm-hmm. I'll tell you what's also a great product that, if you all this election and appointment stuff is getting you a little bit stressed out, Lucy. Pop in a nice 100% pure nicotine, always tobacco-free Lucy. I'm going to ship about 30 of them to Pat, myself, and set yourself up with a subscription and have Lucy delivered straight to your door. They come in, 4, 8, 12. I'm an 8
I'm a 4
mango.
guy, personally.
I'm an 8 mango guy. They're quite frankly delicious.
You add Pat and Wes together and you got a 12 right here.
That's right. Yeah. Mark's the 12 guy. And they, I've said it before, when I can't intake nicotine in other ways, if I'm working on the job, I can pop one in and chill, gives me a little boost of energy, and I'm ready to go. And no one knows I'm even doing it. It's perfect. So let's level up your nicotine routine with Lucy. Go to lucy.co/hardfactor. Use promo code hardfactor to get 20% off your first order. Lucy has a 30-day refund policy if you change your mind. Again, that's lucy.co. Use code hardfactor to get 20% off. And here comes the fine print. Lucy products are only for adults of legal age, and every order is aged, verified. Lucy contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
Guys, breaking news. Matt Gaetz just resigned from Congress, which specifically, almost certainly, is to end the ethics probe into allegations of sex trafficking, sexual misconduct, and drug use. So this is his out. It stops the House ethics investigation because he's no longer in the House.
For you to say.
Yep, this is his out.
I mean, that's exactly what I would have done.
Yeah, smart move.
Good.
Right.
I mean, he's a smart guy, obviously, so maybe it's not a bad pick.
Mm-hmm. So now he'll just sail through after
Only
banging
time will
a
tell, to be
17-year-old
honest. Yeah.
for money.
Sounds like a genius to me.
Yeah, he's no dummy.
He's making all the right moves so far.
Yeah.
From an inside source, the investigation's in its final stages. They were going to release their report.
Oh, it's final, buddy.
Throw it on a fire, pal.
So the nomination was to stop the report, and now I guess the resignation puts the cherry on top.
It's over. It's over. Yeah.
Fuck it all, man.
Gaetz is warming his hands for a nice.
In this
fingering
country,
that
you
report.
can do whatever you want.
Now he's the top cop, Pat.
And I'll tell you what, if I got on Twitter right now and called him a pedophile, boy, would people call me the F word, because you don't call the pedophiles on your side on pedophiles,
She was 17, Pat.
You're right.
She was mature.
You're right.
Yeah, she could have fooled anyone.
There you go. That's what's looking. Cry Pat from Sand Bitch. Comments just like that. Are you cool
Sand
with?
Bitch.
Are you
Sand
cool with,
Bitch is after Pat. And live
rich grown men who inherited their daddy's Congress seat, sex trafficking 17-year-olds? Are you cool with that? I'm sure it's an anon account, because that's who these people are. All right.
Anyway, Pat, Mark, I want you to this will be easy for Pat. I want you to imagine for a minute you're a homosexual.
Easy. I'm in touch with those people.
What a transition. Oh.
Yep.
Shouldn't be too hard, or a woman. And the man you've married, the father of your 3 children, went out one day for a nice, relaxing day on the lake by your house in his kayak, do some fishing, something he regularly does.
Without me?
Yeah, without you. Of course, without you. This is his
Bastard.
getaway. getaway from the family. You know, this is what he does. However, that day, he never comes home. You fear the worst. He's dead. Where is he? He's dead. He went out on the lake. He's drowned. He's dead. That was the reality for like 2 months for this man, this man's family, Ryan Borgwart, who went missing on August 12th in Green Lake in Wisconsin. There he is, and there's the search and rescue boat, Bruce's Legacy, that was out there combing the entire lake for weeks trying to find Ryan. And at that point, they were looking for a dead body, you know, give his family some closure. By the way, here's Ryan with his family. He looks happy to be with them, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Bruce is. Oh, he doesn't look so happy there.
no, he doesn't.
Yeah.
Looks like
he
his
kinda-
daughter's like keeping him in the picture.
Mhm.
Right. It kind of looks like when people get abducted by ISIS and then they take the picture and
Right.
they're trying to say with their eyes that they're in trouble, but don't
Yeah.
also saying like, "Don't worry, mom," because
Yeah. Well, what he's saying with his eyes is, I'm about to leave every single one of these fuckers in the dust.
Wait, what?
Yeah, that's what he did. So
Where did
eventually,
he go? This was a
What?
kayak to a faraway place.
yeah, he sailed all the way into some faraway pussy. Now, eventually, they did find signs of Ryan, his capsized kayak, fishing pole, his license, wallet, but no Ryan or
A
Ryan.
note that said, "I'm definitely dead."
Yeah.
Dead Ryan.
They didn't find
What?
Ryan or his penis.
Yeah.
Now, Green Lake County Sheriff Mark Podol said the divers looked everywhere they could. On October 4th, Sheriff Podol said he met with Keith Cormacon from Bruce's Legacy Search and Rescue, who told the sheriff, "I've done a lot of searches, and I can't find him." He said, we searched, and there's just no Ryan in the lake. I'm sorry. Then, 3 days later, they thought to themselves, if we can't find Ryan, that means Ryan is in the lake. So they did a digital forensic analysis of Naughty Ryan's computer, and that's when it all started to fall into place. And here's the local news and the sheriff to tell you a little bit more about what happened.
The family comes up with that he's drowned, and now all of a sudden they come up with he's not in the lake, he's someplace else.
Investigators think Ryan Borgart didn't drown in this lake, but instead say he faked his own death to run off to Europe with a woman he met online.
We identified that he purchased some airline coupons, that he took out a life insurance policy earlier in the year.
An army of search and rescue volunteers began scouring the lake to bring him home. Keith Cormacon, who runs an organization called Bruce's Legacy, was on the water searching for nearly a month.
You know, what a waste of time that we did. We put so much time and effort into that case. Very disappointed in him. Anybody that could do that.
The apparent ruse unraveling last month. Investigators became suspicious after they found out Borgart's name had been checked by Canadian law enforcement August 13th, the day after his disappearance.
Didn't wait long.
They discovered he'd gotten a new passport last January after reporting his missing, and he'd taken out a $375,000 life insurance policy. Investigators say Borgart had been communicating with a woman in Uzbekistan and even moved money to a foreign bank before disappearing. Authorities now pleading with him to phone home.
Our whole thing is to get Ryan back with his family. He's got 3 kids.
Oh yeah,
and they really miss their dad.
She's gonna welcome him back.
Yeah, bring Brian home,
dude.
We gotta bring Brian home to get chastised.
Yeah.
Do you know who else
coming home
had kids
in cuffs? Maybe
Bruce Cormacon, who Bruce's Legacy is named after. August 19th, 1995. Bruce was canoeing with his daughters, and they fell in, and Bruce died, and he was a fireman, and they launched this organization in his honor to help people who go through this terrible situation to search bodies of water to find dead loved ones.
The guy who was searching for him for a month.
That's from Bruce. That's one of Bruce Cormacon's buddies who's honoring his memory by starting Bruce's Legacy and searching for drowned loved ones.
That poor guy that searched for him for a month, Bruce's buddy. Good Lord, that's
very, very disappointed in Ryan.
And the kids, it sucks.
Yeah, but as you can see, Ryan had a other plans.
He was planning this for years.
Yeah, for years.
So okay. All right. So
what do you not get? He kept getting on the Uzbekistan chats. Finally, someone bit.
But what's going on is there's no girl in Uzbekistan. There's
Yes,
just
there
no
is.
way.
Yes, there is.
There's no way there's a girl in Uzbekistan, dude. You think really there's a girl in Uzbekistan?
Well, what if he got catfished?
Was the life insurance? That's what I'm saying. Was the life insurance policy for his family or for him?
I don't know how
how's
that
he collect
exactly works.
He wrote it in this Uzbekistani chick's name. He gave it to her.
That might have been like a peace offering, you know?
Oh yeah, true.
Right. So there's a famous murder. This guy Mike Williams got murdered down in Seminole Lake on the Florida-Georgia line, and it was like his wife and his best friend that murdered him, and they staged it to look like he drowned in the lake. This is a big case. Sounds very similar, and I think they had to wait a year before they could get him certified dead to get the life insurance.
This happens all the time. We've covered at least 4 of these stories now. One was like a guy this age that did this, and then remember the one guy who like returned home 40 years later because his mistress probably died of old age.
The Italian guy or whatever.
Yeah, he just showed up in the same sweater.
Yeah,
you still horny for me, or because?
But here's the silver lining is a lot of times this kind of scenario ends with everyone dead except for Ryan. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, he just fled.
Yeah, he just fled. Like a lot of times, the wife dies, the kids die, and then
right. It's like the exact opposite of a
Colorado.
mass shooter that should have shot himself. He did the at least didn't kill his family. He just left.
Right. Yeah.
How do you feel if you're his kids, man?
Dude, I was
terrible, devastated.
Where's your dad?
Dad.
Oh, he hated us so much he faked his death and is with some an Uzbeki man that he thought was an Uzbeki lady.
Well, that's the problem is they're all going to think that, and it's who knows? It's he's a scumbag first of all, and it could have been probably the wife and maybe his horniness, but all the kids are going to think that it's going to fuck them up.
Yeah. Now I noticed that the picture was from a Lutheran high school. I don't know anything about Lutherans, but
what?
You don't think they? I don't think they approve of this.
I mean, how are Lutheran wives in general? So is my question. I don't know.
I think the Lutherans are chill, aren't they? They're not Episcopalians. Those are the most chill.
Googling, are Lutheran wives a bear?
Lutherans are weird.
Do they set up a lot of photo shoots like this where everyone has to dress a very certain way for Easter?
Yeah, the writing was on the wall with that picture.
I mean, everyone in this photo except for him looks like they could be in a catalog. It looks like a fucking catalog photo.
I mean, his wife is, she's cute. I must say.
No, she's not yapping in that picture.
Right.
Corey Webb says looks like 3 future Democrats. What do you mean by that, Corey? Fuck off.
Corey's crying more than Pat.
You mean because they'll be changed and find deep compassion because of this terrible experience? Man. Yeah, I wonder if the 375 was for him. He went to Canada the next day. That's his dumbass move. You gotta drive through a border crossing no one's at. You can't.
Yeah. Well, I think he figured that no one's gonna find him in Uzbekistan.
No one knows where that is, Wes.
No, I had to look it up. It's like,
where is that?
It's like a Soviet area in Asia, Central Asia.
I want to know. He left his car there and his wallet there. That was smart. I know he got a duplicate passport, but how did he get away from the lake? And because you can't, if you call an Uber, they're gonna look and see how
he had a scuba suit.
Right?
Was
it a bike?
He planned this for a year.
He bought drink tickets to enjoy the plane ride ahead of time. He was like sipping.
No, that's not. No, that's not what that is for. He bought the fucking airline coupon so that he could have a purchase that wasn't the specific flight.
Well, I'm sure he had and he had a few celebratory drinks too. Let's be honest.
Maybe he's in the capital of Uzbekistan, Tashkent. I'd start there.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be funny if they bring him home. Hopefully they.
He's gonna have to come home.
There's no way they're bringing him home, dude. He's not gonna let him go do that.
Well, he might face. I mean, he's gonna face charges for faking his own death.
I don't think Uzbekistan cares.
No,
I don't think faking your death is grounds for extradition from Uzbekistan. He didn't kill 12
I don't think he's in
people.
Uzbekistan anymore either.
Yeah.
Well, guys, so I'm looking at in 2022, ICE did a big one for Uzbekistan and gave them a wanted criminal that they wanted, so they owe us one back.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna turn over too many rocks for Brian.
Waste that on Ryan.
Yeah.
Dude, we gave them Sheriff Drakperdrav. Okay,
Yeah. We're gonna let Brian chill up there, and good luck finding him in the deserts, river valleys, and mountains of Uzbekistan. That's
yeah. Anyway, sucks for the kids and for the wife.
Yeah,
probably,
welcome,
but,
Brian. Ryan, we'll just need you to quick conversion to Islam, and
They're better off without that loser.
You can have this.
Yeah.
Were you guys ever tanning bed guys?
No.
Pat?
Okay, so I used to have a back knee problem in my 20s. So pre-spring break one year, I was pretty self-conscious about it. So I tried to hit the tanning bed in the Ashby apartment complex common room.
It's a long way of saying yes.
I went to a tanning bed one time in my life and burned.
Maybe 6 times.
You both to say no, and then I was going to say me neither. I've never done it.
I only went once just to prime myself for a beach trip one time.
I'm not 100% opposed to it. Yeah, but like if I had one at my home, maybe, but I would consider. But like if I had a bunch of money and time on my hands, I'd just go all natural and get tanned by being at the beach or beach adjacent shirtless. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Yeah.
You should have asked, don't you guys hate tan lines? Oh, what a better way to lure Wes into being honest.
Yeah. Wes is probably gone.
Well, I had to think about it, and then I realized I went once in Herndon at the tanning
age?
salon across from Kmart there. I was in my
cute chick?
early 20s or
You were at the
late,
porn store and you saw the tanning
Girl?
salon?
Yeah.
something like that, probably.
Yeah. Do you remember in the Vicky White documentary, Vicky White had one in her house. I thought that was really strange.
Look, that was her safe space. That's where she went to chill.
People get addicted to that shit.
Yeah. Yeah, they do. Well, 39-year-old Indianapolis man Derek Sink is a tanning guy. He likes to tan, and he died in a tanning bed at his local Planet Fitness this past weekend. R.I.P. Here's Derek.
Oh, man.
Tanning beds at an affordable gym are next level disgusting too, right? Like probably people just like worked out and then hop in a bed.
Yeah.
It's gross. Sure, it's gross.
What's the membership fee per month where people are using the spray bottles on the machines? I think
100, at least 100.
You think? I'd say 60. Anything less than 60, no one's spraying their machines down.
Well, yeah, because Planet Fitness is like $9.99 a month.
20. You're paying 20 if you want access to the beds.
Yeah, but no one uses them. I mean, it's just an extra layer of ick or disgusting, in my opinion. Like the best part about thinking of going tanning at a tanning salon is there are cute tan chicks working there, and not at the gym though. It's just jack dudes and polos helping you into the bed. No Gaetz though, because tanning chicks are usually young. I'm referring to hand job age, mall age me when I'm thinking of this, not current age me. I keep driving when I see a tanning salon now. I say, not anymore, buddy.
The Planet Fitness I belonged to for a little bit, it had a little bin of those outlines of Playboy bunnies that you could have right as you went to the tanning salon.
She's a party girl when she gets the little Playboy bunny
tanned onto her. Remember that?
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest, that was fucking hot. Let's be honest.
Hot, right?
Now, hair cutters. Now, tanning girls are aged out, but hair cutters with the adult Asian women that massage your head with shampoo, different story, right, Wes?
Yeah, completely different story.
That's okay still.
The Playboy tan, that's like training wheels for a boob job. Like if you get almost no one that has a boob job didn't have a Playboy symbol tanned onto them at some point.
I would agree. Or something like that, like a heart, but usually the Playboy was number one. Back to Derek, whose corpse was sitting in a tanning bed at his Planet Fitness for 3 days. No one heard from him for days. His family, who last heard from him this past Friday, reported him missing on Sunday, but no one could find him. That is until this lady, Elizabeth Len, went in for her Monday morning workout and said she smelled something foul. At first, she thought it was just gym ass, and not wanting to violate any of Planet Fitness's no shaming policy, she put on a brave face and just choked down that gym ass for a while.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So
Planet Fitness, you're gonna smell some things.
Yeah.
She used it as a motivator, right? Soon I'll be at a Lifetime Fitness. I just gotta work out through this period of my life.
She said, "Is it me?" But She said the smell grew way stronger the closer she got to the tanning bed area. And so she alerted gym employees who finally opened the tanning bed door for the first time in 3 days. Shows how much business those things bring in, next to none. And to everyone's shock, they found Derek dead inside.
That's terrible, man. He was there over the weekend. It's like that Wells
Did-
Fargo employee.
Did he get cooked?
We're gonna get to that. It's important to note though, Pat, that unlike the Wells Fargo employee, who I think they were there for at least one business day, Planet Fitness is open 7 days a week. The gym was open on Friday when he died. It was open on Saturday when he was dead. It was open on Sunday when he was dead the whole day, and it was open on Monday when Len smelled gym ass.
Yeah, because if the door's locked, it's like you don't know if someone just got in there or
Right.
has been in there. No one's checking.
Right, but the employees didn't open the door to clean the tanning beds for 3 days.
Yeah, that's a problem. They just checked off the box.
Yep.
Yeah.
You didn't see anyone go in there, right, today? Did you? I don't think so.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
good.
cleaned it.
Yeah, I don't have to clean it. I mean, that's essentially what it is. You don't have to clean it, right?
Right. They
You
missed
put a little
Derek.
string there, like or a piece of tape, like they did on the Watergate door.
Sure. Well, they missed Derek going in. Derek's family and friends, who said he was an amazing guy, were heartbroken and said they hope that Planet Fitness will instill stricter cleaning policies to end their shifts so staffers can prevent this from ever happening again.
That
And a
wouldn't have saved Derek.
No, it wouldn't have. You'll hear a spokesperson with Planet Fitness Chief Corporate Affairs official McCall Goslin said, we're deeply saddened by the passing of one of our members, and the franchise owner is working with local authorities in their investigation. At Planet Fitness, we have robust operational brand protocols in place as the safety and well-being of our members is our top priority. We're working closely with that local franchisee to ensure that they're upholding those brand protocols, which I don't think they are, is what...
Right. That's a tough staff meeting. It's an all hands meeting. That's real tough that next morning.
Yeah.
Kim, it says here you cleaned the tanning bed at 12 p.m. and 4 p.m. Did you notice the dead body?
Should I tell the cops you killed him? Yeah.
Your signature, Kim. Did someone forge this signature?
Looks like you're the last person to see him alive, Kim.
It says here you cleaned it again the next day at 8 a.m.
Yeah, exactly. So that franchise owner got a stern email, and he or she passed it on to the idiots that work there. Not great. Police are investigating the death, and I've read conflicting reports that it's being investigated as a death investigation and not a homicide, and also as a homicide. I also read that there was likely a needle found in the room, which I hate to report without knowing, just saying I saw that in multiple major news outlets. And his family mentioned he had a problem with drugs in the past. Sad, though, and shameful on Planet Fitness. It's like a joke coming to life when you're at the gym and someone's like, I think I'm going to go use the tanning salon. And they're like, no, don't use the gym tanning salons. No one uses those. There's probably a dead body in there.
That needle had to be steroids, right? Probably. Or like, I've never done heroin, but
I mean, if I was doing heroin, I would rock his tanning bed. I don't know. I don't want to speculate. Could have been anything. Could have been steroids.
It is a private place to do drugs, that's for sure.
Also, one other thing, Derek was wearing an ankle bracelet, an ankle monitor the whole time.
no, he wasn't.
Yes, he was. They probably could have just tracked that. He is either at home, at work, or the gym. And police were able to determine he was at the gym the entire time based on the ankle monitor. It didn't move. So good news for people in Indianapolis that are wearing ankle monitors, because they don't seem to care too much, those police. You can even get called in on, and people can be like, he's missing. And they're like, oh, Derek's missing? They're like, yeah, check his ankle monitor. And they're like, okay, sounds good. Click.
No, they were probably like, look at that. Look at that parolee. He's really turning his life around, just staying in the gym, doing something positive. He is going to be so ripped.
Damn. Yes, that sounds like he just OD'd in the tanning salon.
Yeah, don't want to speculate. He died, and they didn't find him for 3 days. We do know that.
Oh, my God. I wonder if he got his... I wonder if his prison number is now tanned onto his ankle.
His monitor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they didn't say. They said they found him in the bed, but I don't think it was on the full 3 days. Because
Did they say what shade he was?
No.
That's sad, man.
It is sad.
It is sad.
We're gonna end on that. That's it.
You can get an erection after your death. The phenomenon is known as death erection, angel lust, or terminal erection.
That's also the name of a band, Death Erection. I'm sure of it.
Angel lust. Gonna get up there and fuck me some angels. That's what I'm gonna do.
Isn't that what happened in Clerks? She banged the dead guy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Little angel lust. All right, get out there and have some non-angel lust today. Hopefully, we love you. Have a great fucking day. Talk to you tomorrow.
My girlfriend sucked 36 dicks.